I appreciate this opportunity to address the committee today on an appointment that is the highest importance to Alaska. I also want to thank President Obama and his administration for their support of this project and for their wisdom in appointing Larry Persily to oversee the Office of Federal Coordinator for the Alaska Gas Pipeline Project. Simply put, I can't think of no other Alaskan or American who is better qualified or more capable of handling this task. I've known Larry for many years throughout his career, including work as a journalist to Deputy Commissioner of the Alaska Department of Revenue. It goes without saying that the largest private sector construction project in North America, the Alaska Gas Pipeline, is important to the economic future of the state of Alaska and for our energy security for our country. It is also a key source of clean burning energy for the lower 48 states by supplying up to 4 million cubic feet a day of natural gas. Construction on this project alone offers the equivalent of some 6,000 full-time jobs, high-paying jobs over a 4-year period. The key, of course, is can conventional gas from Alaska be competitive in North American market, potentially flooded in newfound shale gas reserves? I believe the answer is simply yes. This is not only important for our jobs in this country, but again, for our national security. The position to which Larry is nominated plays a fundamental role in hopefully proving me right. Both industry and our citizens will benefit from a robust, swift, and certain environmental and permitting process for the pipeline project. All parties need reliable information to make good decisions, and reducing the bureaucratic delays reduces tariff costs that will make or break the project financially, and ultimately save consumers money. This position is charged with coordinating the work by 22 federal agencies and up to 2,000 miles of 48-inch high-pressure steel pipeline. It crosses the permafrost tundra, major rivers, avalanche zones, and the international borders. Actually, we should also all thank Larry for being brave enough to take on this challenge and tackling a daunting task and approving him before he really truly becomes aware of the task we've set him on, because we don't want him to back out. Larry's strengths are particularly suited to the task at hand. That is, with his knowledge of the project and the government processes and critical thinking skills, he is well equipped to use the tools provided to the Alaska Natural Gas Line Pipeline Act of 2004 to save time and money without shortchanging the public's interests. It is an important job for my state and for our country, and I'm proud to recommend Larry as an ideal person to do it. I trust your hearing today will see your questions answered and that you will forward his nomination to the full Senate for confirmation shortly. With that, I will conclude my comments, and Mr. Chairman, I'm happy to answer any questions. I do have another meeting that, as we all do, that I have to rush off to, but I'm happy to answer any questions. But again, thank you for the opportunity to speak.
Thank you very much.
Chairman Bingaman, Senator Murkowski, and members of the committee, thank you for allowing me this opportunity to present myself and the hopes for an Alaska natural gas pipeline. And Senator Begich, thank you for that introduction. If confirmed for the position of Federal Coordinator for Alaska Natural Gas Transportation Projects, I pledge to devote my energy, my knowledge, and ingenuity to the prospect of a very large and very long steel pipe to bring North Slope natural gas to America's consumers. The entire project could require 2.5 million tons of steel, maybe more. That's 5 times as much steel as went into building the Trans-Alaska oil pipeline 35 years ago. At an estimated construction cost now approaching $40 billion, the pipeline, its compressors, gas treatment plant would be the largest private sector project ever in North America. The superlatives are overwhelming, even for a state so proud of its geographic superlatives. The world's largest natural gas treatment plant, an estimated 50 million worker hours just to build the pipeline itself, more than 5,000 bulldozers, backhoes, loaders, graders, trucks, trailers, and side boom pipe layers to dig the earth, move the equipment, and set the inch-thick steel pipe into place. Tens of thousands of more workers to build the equipment, the tools and pipe for the job, and even more to get everything to the work sites. The economic benefits of a secure domestic energy supply would spread across North America, along with the environmental benefits of clean-burning natural gas. The President supports this project, and I appreciate his confidence in nominating me for this position. If confirmed, I will work to ensure that the companies that are willing to take the financial risk receive fair and expeditious federal reviews for the permits, leases, rights-of-way, and certificates required for the project. That includes continuing to work with agencies to ensure that the environment is fully protected during construction and operation. If confirmed, I will work closely with the state of Alaska and the provincial, territorial, and federal governments of Canada to continue the close coordination essential for a successful project. And if confirmed, I will ensure, Mr. Chairman, that you and this committee, Congress, and the executive branch have all the information needed to understand the project, how it could fit into the national energy policy, the substantial financial risks of the project, and the equally substantial rewards to the nation, and the issues that must be resolved before anyone can order ribbon for the groundbreaking. But first, I realize I need to convince you of my qualifications for the job. I have not run for office since student body president at Purdue University almost 40 years ago. I have never been a federal employee or welded a section of steel pipe. But I have worked on the Alaska gas line issue and oil and gas issues generally as a state official for the better part of the past dozen years. Through my 30-plus years in Alaska, I have studied the history, the stacks of reports on the North Slope gas line, which was first proposed when oil and gas were discovered at Prudhoe Bay in 1968. I have served as Deputy Commissioner at the Alaska Department of Revenue, Associate Director of the state's Washington, D.C. office, and currently as an oil and gas aide to the co-chair of the State House Finance Committee. I know the issues, the history, and the players, and have worked hard to earn their respect. I know what has and hasn't worked through the years. If confirmed, I intend to look for what will work to get this project underway. As a kid, I remember the unused coal bin in our basement. The previous owner had switched to natural gas. I also remember the hopper cars from the steel mills near our home in South Chicago, pouring molten slag that lit up the sky so much we would drive over and park just to watch. I know a lot more now about natural gas and steel pipe than I did then, but I'm still fascinated at how all the pieces fit together. I appreciate your consideration of my nomination and ask that you allow me to play a role in fitting together the pieces of an Alaskan natural gas pipeline. Thank you, and I'd be pleased to answer any questions.